There's a very disturbing conflict of interest that takes place every single day. And if you have a job or you work for a corporation, it's probably happening to you. And that's what I want to talk about in today's video. Now, if you know me, you know that I love statistics and I love data. But today, we're more so just going to have a discussion and talk about something that I really think needs to be talked about. So let's do just that. Now, in order to understand this conflict of interest, you need to first understand the primary goal above all else of a corporation. And if you study corporate finance, you will very soon find out that that is to return or maximize profit to shareholders. Now, in order to do that, a corporation has two main ways. It can either make more money or it can lower expenses. Now, when it comes to making more money, it has two ways of doing this. It can either sell more of its products or it can raise the prices of its products. And in order to lower expenses, a company will go expense by expense and it will do everything in its power to minimize each one of those expenses, which payroll or wages happens to be an expense for a corporation. On the flip side, you have employees who are also consumers. Now, these employees want the exact opposite of what corporations want. They want higher wages to be able to afford a better life. They also want to find the lowest prices of goods to be able to afford more goods. So, on one side, you have corporations who want higher prices and lower wages. On the other side, you have employees who want higher wages but lower prices. And that is what gets you in a situation like we are experiencing in today's economy. You have two entities which cannot exist really without the other, at least in the current economic structure, with a very serious conflict of interest. And when you look at what has happened over the last decade, 2 decades, 3 decades, it is very clear that in this battle, corporations seem to be winning because prices have outpaced wages and wage growth for quite some time. Now, yes, absolutely, part of this has to do with the natural way that things are when it comes to inflation. And even the Federal Reserve does want some level of inflation around 2%. But this whole system and this whole structure only works if wages grow with inflation so people can continue to afford a continually more expensive lifestyle. And right now, we have a situation where that is not the case, and we are coming to kind of the very top of this. When you look at things like real estate, like car prices, and like overall prices of most goods, you will see that Americans are being squeezed at pretty much every corner. And one of the metrics that you can see or kind of tell when it comes to this is when you look at the American dream. Now, there are studies who have put a dollar amount on what the American dream is. And currently, to be able to afford the American dream, the average American needs to make $3.2 million over the course of their lifetime. When you look at the median household income and you extrapolate that over someone's natural born life, you will see that those numbers are getting further and further apart. And because of that, you have the situation that we're in today, which is an economy that on paper looks very strong. GDP growth is up because prices are up, and unemployment is very low. The problem is GDP growth is up, but the wages of those jobs have not tended to keep up. Now, I wanted to bring light to this situation because I think it is something that is important. With that said, I know I am not the smartest person in the room. I do not have a chip on my shoulder, and I know that there are people watching this video who either have more experience or more intelligence than I do, and I do not have the solutions. But by bringing light to these issues, maybe someone who watches this video might have the solutions, and if nothing else, at least we are talking about these problems that the average American is facing in this country right now. And I'd be hard pressed to say not the entire world. So I hope this video was informative. Not really many statistics or data, although I'm sure I threw up a few post-edit. But with that said, if you like personal finance and world economics, and if you found this video enlightening, if it spurred thought, etc., please consider subscribing. As you can tell, this is a brand new YouTube channel, and it is something that I'm quite passionate about. So I hope to see you in the next video, and don't forget to turn on the bell notification so you don't miss the next video. With that said, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I hope that we can move forward in this economy to a better and brighter future, and I hope that the American dream is not dead for the average American, because it is something that this country has stood for many, many years, and it is something that everyone deserves, which is the pursuit of happiness. Other than that, take care. See you in the next video.